My name is Robert Zuckerman. I'm 62. I am a former photographer in the Hollywood movie business that I have now become involved in education and community betterment, living here in Miami Beach. I was born in Tampa, Florida. At a very early age, my parents split up and I moved to New York City with my mom. Spent my early years in New York City. My mom remarried when I was 4 years old. We eventually moved out to the suburbs to Westport, Connecticut. I stayed there through high school. Then I went to college for a couple of years in Boston. Took a year off, saved up some money, transferred out to UC Berkeley where I graduated. And then I did a year in a master's program there. Never finished it. It was a master's in visual design, and I was accepted into the American Film Institute as a fellow in Los Angeles. Went there for a year in the cinematography program. That was 1979, 1980. 1980 I moved back to New York and I got a job, my first job in the movie business, working as an assistant to a big-time director, John Avildsen, who had directed Rocky, and he was getting ready to direct a movie called Neighbors, which ended up with John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd. Did that work for him for about a year. Stayed in New York about another 5 years doing odd jobs. In 1986 I moved back to Los Angeles, ran a stock footage library for a production company. I produced a couple of music videos. And then in 1989 I began my career as a photographer because the business that I was in wasn't working out, and I just always loved photography, so I became a photographer. Got a job in the, on a movie set doing some stills for a TV show that was in production at the time, and that was the beginning of it. And I did that from about 1989. My last job was in 2013, and at that point I had a genetic disease that had progressed to the point where I was reliant upon a wheelchair and I couldn't really stand up anymore. So my career ended in Hollywood, and now for the last 4.5 years I've been down here in Miami working in education. I have an affiliation with FIU, Florida International University. I am a community partner with the Miami-Dade County Public School System, do a lot of projects with different schools, and now more in photography. I'm exhibiting and doing exhibits of my own work, and also curating exhibits with the work of other artists.